Hi there, my name is Nicole for those who are new here, and thank you for coming to my channel, or for those who are returning. I'm going to be giving you guys a story time about a secret that I've kept from my parents. So this actually started when I was in high school, and I actually have a really good reputation too. Like, you never catch me lying or anything like that, or cheating, so that's important to the story. So I'm a very honest person, but I did have an experience where I did have to keep a secret from my parents, and I did actually just tell my mom recently this story, so she's actually shocked that this happened. So I have a really good reputation, like I was saying. So when I was in high school, I was a really good student, and I spent my time studying. I never cheated on anything. And I was around a good group of friends as well, very successful, working towards my own goals. And the issue that I ran into was, so one of my friends was actually struggling with like a Spanish class, and when she asked for my help and she asked me to tutor her, but the problem was, by the time I tried tutoring her, it was so close to the final exam that she had a problem. She was not salvageable, and I don't know if I'm just a bad tutor, because that also could have been like a part in this situation, but she had such a hard time learning Spanish, and I was really good at it. I was several classes above her, but it was just going right over her head. And this girl's extremely smart, by the way. Like, she was also very talented and got like a scholarship, but she was really trying to get into college because we were in high school at this time when this story happened. So she was having a hard time passing this class, and she couldn't drop the class either because it was too late. And she was also, I think, in like Spanish 1 or 2, so it was a really low level Spanish class that she was just struggling with. And unfortunately, it was just going right over her head, and I was also not being a good teacher. And she was just trying to pass the class so she could just stop taking Spanish. And it had gotten to a point where, she was kind of helpless, and we just wanted her to pass the class. So, because she was already like failing the class. So the problem was, when we were taking the test, she wasn't still passing, even though I was trying to tutor her. So we ended up making her a cheat sheet and to help her pass Spanish. And that's something I wouldn't normally do, but I was just like, hey, don't ever take it again. And if you get caught, like, don't tell anyone. Because she made it herself, the cheat sheet. I just helped her make the cheat sheet by telling her what to put on it. But she was so helpless, and I do feel bad for her. And luckily it did help her in the long run, like with her GPA and stuff, because then she was able to get into like colleges and stuff too. So thank goodness, because she was failing that Spanish class, and I did help her, even though I wouldn't have normally done that. Like, she never took a Spanish class again, and she's never going to. She's probably still traumatized by that, but yeah, unfortunately, sometimes the good thing to know is, like, when it comes to classes, like, don't be afraid to drop a class, because sometimes something's just not on your path, unless if you absolutely need to take it. But also, don't wait too long for like help. And also, you don't have to do something that like your friend does. So like, if your friend's really good at one class, you don't have to do the same thing as well, because it can really hurt your GPA. And it's definitely a funny story, because I normally wouldn't do something like that, and that is the only time I've ever helped anyone cheat on an exam, and the only time I ever will. But it was definitely worth it in this case, because it did help her pass. And yeah, normally I wouldn't do anything like that, because my parents really tried to raise me to be really honest and working towards myself. But I thought that that was the perfect opportunity to really help her, and it did help her. So I did get her out of that sticky situation, and I'm kind of glad I did. So if you guys want to hear more stories about, secrets I've kept from my parents or story times, let me know below, and I hope you guys have a lovely day.